Let's give Leela another round of applause, please. Leela, you are so inspiring, and I'm so proud of you. When I think back at your 5-year-old self, you were curious, you willing to try new things, and such a supportive friend. Watching you harness your strength as a young adult gives me hope for a collective future. She reminds me why I have the best job in the world. I'm Kim Brown, CEO of Girls Inc. of Santa Fe. You guys are the best. As I look out at this crowd, I'm in awe and honestly emotional. You all have brought us so far. And the stories you hear tonight are because we are truly powerful together. Community support has made a huge impact on Girls Inc. of Santa Fe, and in turn, New Mexico girls. And this is what gets me so emotional. Because let's be real, the last couple of years hasn't been easy for any of us. COVID and the disparities in our society have definitely impacted us all. Maybe we haven't been affected the same way, but there isn't any of us that hasn't felt the loss. And this collective loss has changed us all a bit. I know that it's changed me. I have questioned how, as a white woman, I can best lead this organization during these times. I have felt despair. And while I've felt this despair, I put on my listening ears and been strengthened by those around me in so many ways. And crazy enough, I've actually found a new sense of thanks for what we see happening today. I know it's strange to think I'm thankful for these times, but truly, was anything the way we needed to be before? The mountain of injustices, the way women, girls, Black, Brown, Indigenous, LGBTQ plus people have all been positioned in our society. Honestly, it makes me feel ill. So I've turned on my listening ears and learned how I best can show up for others, even when I'm comfortable. No, especially when I'm uncomfortable. I can be an ally, an accomplice. I can use my power and privilege to challenge the status quo and uplift voices of those we truly need to hear from. I wish I had Girls Inc. when I was growing up. I started my speech like this a couple years ago with a statement because it was a statement that rang true for me. And it was a statement I've heard many of you said to me, and I continue to hear. And when I said it, I really meant it. I think all of us in this room could have benefited from a place that encourages us to be ourselves, that had people in it that believed in us and encouraged us to be all that we could be. You see, at Girls Inc., we believe in girls. We believe that they are strong, smart, and bold. The purpose of our program is not to change who they are innately, but to enable them to achieve their full potential of who they already are. Because girls, and all youth, frankly, are capable of achieving so much if we just take away the social, cultural, and legal barriers to their success. So we need to recognize and change these barriers. Thank you, Chris. Girls are strong, but settings in which they spend most of their lives in fail to see their strengths and support them to be leaders. Girls are smart, but past and continuing discrimination based on the basis of gender, race, identity, and culture limits their potential. Girls are bold, but society rewards them for passive behavior and undervalues their contributions and the contributions of women past and present. Addressing these barriers, these and other barriers, requires effort and resources from us all. As a local and national leading voice for girls, we are dedicated to understanding and eliminating the barriers confronting girls. And while these barriers remain, girls require programs and activities that challenge and encourage them to achieve their full potential. They deserve environments that are inclusive of their intersectional lives, fostering a sense of belonging, no matter their race, social class, ability, identity, or culture. They deserve opportunities for an active involvement with peers, acquiring new information, practicing new skills, and advocating for change. And they deserve relationships with safe, caring adults who understand their needs, their strengths, and challenge them to take risks and maintain high expectations for their achievement. That's why all of us at Girls Inc., including y'all, commit your collective resources to implementing a balanced approach of informal education that empowers girls to live and to succeed in this inequitable world. And while we continue to bring a holistic approach to more girls, we must collectively work to change the world we live in. So why am I thankful for these times? Well, honestly, as much as things are hard, things are changing. Right? Just as we have all known they've needed to for so long. So many more of us see us, understand the disparities, and are working to use our voices to change them, even when our voices shake. We need more love and understanding and compassion for each other to find her humanity in the feminine, in our heart space. Before COVID, I knew this to be true, but I couldn't see the path forward. Now I can see it. I feel it in my whole body. And that's what I was missing when I said I wish I had Girls Inc. when I was growing up. It was right in front of me. I've had the unique experience of growing up in my adulthood as a Girls Inc. girl. I've had people that believe in me, that mentor me, that I can be my true self and heal a little bit of my inner child in the process. It's been a really hard 2 years. There have been times that I felt helpless and without hope, and yet I've had Girls Inc. I've had an amazing board that cares about me and encourages me to be myself and then believes in the power of us. I've had a wonderful team of dedicated staff that have shown up as their best selves despite their own challenges and the horrible things going on in the world. And they are a positive force in the lives of youth, continue to hold space while girls struggle in the world around them. I'm so thankful for you guys. And I've had all of you, this amazing community that believes in girls as I do. Thank you. Thank you for the financial support that has brought consistent programs to over 800 youth this last year. This consistency has been a beacon of light in dark times. Because of you, girls and their families knew that they could count on us to be there as a support, not in just in programs for their girls, but also as a sounding board for their own mental and emotional well-being, for financial support to pay a bill when they might be behind on it, and even to make sure that they've had access to basic safety and health and food. You all make this possible. Together, we are bringing our holistic approach to girls, raising their aspirations and encouraging them to discover their strengths and inspiring them to push back past external limitations to succeed. Your support has made this happen. And your ongoing time, talent, and treasure allows us to sustain and regrow our girl numbers. Our strength comes from each of you. Our collective belief in girls compels us. The need is great, and the time is now. I know just like you believe in girls and want a world where so many more grow up strong, smart, and bold. These young women are our future. They will become future leaders. They already are leaders. I mean, let's be real. And role models for their own families, friends, and the next generation. They will help lead and shape their communities and our larger society. I mean, thank goodness, right? I mean, they give me hope every day. So tonight, we are going to continue to hear from some of our girls and community members. We're going to have a lot of fun. And together, we're going to change the lives of girls in New Mexico. I thank you each for being part of our story. We couldn't do it without you. Now I'm going to invite our next speaker up, Bella. I've known Bella since she was mischievous. You were really mean. And a determined 5-year-old who didn't always use her force for good. I've had the privilege of watching her grow into a confident, what? It's sort of true though, isn't it? Yeah. I've had the privilege of watching her grow into a confident, supportive young adult, ready to take on the world's challenges. All right, thank you all.